So, hi, good evening, and welcome, Peter, to our ongoing Vedic astrology lesson. I think it will be lesson number 7, I guess. Yes.
Correct, sir.
And I hope you revised whatever we've done, and because now we've already started the prediction part.
Yes, sir.
With lesson number 6, and today again we have started predictions. So for predictions, first of all, you know the nature of the functional nature of planets. Okay.
Yep.
In the systems approach in Vedic astrology that we are doing, it is a planet is, it's not naturally malefic or benefic. Okay. It is functionally malefic or benefic, depending on where its Mool Trikona Rashi is placed. That determines whether a planet is a functional malefic or a functional benefic. So any planet can be a malefic or a benefic in a given horoscope. Okay, in given horoscopes. Let's put it that way. We've already we've already studied that. Okay. So now today, the next lesson that we are going to do is we are going to the concept of a weak planet and a strong planet. Okay, now first of all, before studying how to determine which is a weak planet and which is a strong planet. Okay. First of all, you need to keep in mind that it is not, you'll sort of get confused that you have to have clarity on one concept, that a planet, irrespective of whether it is a functional malefic or a functional benefic, can be strong or can be weak. Okay. Why do I say that? Let me. This is the prelude, the background that I am giving you. Okay. It is not necessary, it is not necessary. This is a caveat. It's a very important caveat. Caveat means, it may sound strange to you in the beginning that even a strong functional malefic planet, a malefic planet can be strong. Even a strong functional malefic planet is capable of doing good, delivering good results. Really? Okay. Just keep this in mind. Okay. Slightly confusing. Yeah. But then, okay, you need not, as we go along, you'll get more clarity on it as we go along. Okay, sir. Right now, it may sound slightly confusing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right now, it may sound slightly confusing. I'll by examples, by example horoscopes, we will sort of try and understand or establish what I am trying to tell you. Okay. Okay. All right. What did I tell you just now? That even a planet is either a functional malefic or a benefic. Okay. Done. That is number one. That we've already studied. Okay. All right. Then a planet is either strong or weak. Okay. Okay. A strong planet could be a functional malefic planet also. Depending, how do we identify what are the rules for judging the strength of planets? Okay, that is what we are going to study today. Okay. What is the definition of a weak planet and what is the definition of a strong planet? Okay. Yes, sir. So I'm going to share a screen with you. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay, I think it has come. Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's come up, sir. Planetary
Okay,
state.
number one. Number one, what is the heading? Planetary
Planetary
states.
state.
Okay.
Mhm.
Planetary states, strong and weak planets.
Yes, sir.
What are the different planetary states? By planetary states, we mean,
Mhm.
the placement of planets, in what are the different states of planets? Okay. Number one. Now, in any given horoscope, I'm reading out now. Okay.
Mhm.
In any given horoscope, planets can be in different states.
Mhm.
With
Mhm.
number one, infancy.
Mhm.
You know what infancy means?
A kid, baby.
Okay, a baby.
Yeah.
Any planet with a longitude of up to 5 degrees
Okay.
is said to be in infancy and is considered to be weak.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
When it comes to giving its relevant result, any planet you will find, okay, in any given horoscope, every planet is placed in a particular degree in a particular Rashi. Okay, a Rashi is of 30 degrees.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so a planet, what do you, what will you understand if I say that Venus is in Venus is in Cancer at 2 degrees? What does that mean?
It's an
Venus is,
infancy. It's an infancy state.
yeah, because see, every planet is moving. Okay, every planet, and the zodiac is also moving.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so Venus at 2 degrees. Suppose when a child is born, Venus in Cancer is at 2 degrees. Okay, now that the zodiac keeps moving. So after 1 hour, the degree of of that particular house changes. Planets are also moving. Planets are also moving. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Planets are also moving. So anyway, let's not get okay. You just try and understand that when a child is born, he will be born in a particular ascendant.
Yes, sir.
That will determine which ascendant he is in, and the planets will be placed anywhere in the zodiac. A planet could be anywhere in any of the houses between 0 degrees in that particular house to 30 degrees in that particular house. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it is up to 5 degrees, say 0 degrees, 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 degrees, it is considered to be in infancy. And therefore, it is considered to be weak. Any planet with a longitude of 5 degrees is said to be in infancy and is considered to be weak when it comes to giving its relevant result. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Old
A
age.
question, can we?
Yeah.
So in this case, we mean with a longitude of up to 5 degrees. So that means, suppose, we know that each zodiac is 15 degrees, something like that. Okay. And if it's enter to 16 to 20, from 15 to 20, that's infancy, correct?
No. 1 second. Okay, 1 minute. Let us understand it. I'll open a chart.
I just want to be sure when how we calculate.
Yeah, 1 minute. One. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Peter, this is when it opens, you tell me.
Yeah, it's come up, sir, the chart.
Can you see it? Can you see the chart?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now look. See, on the left side, Left side here. Can you see the cursor?
Yes, sir. It's moving.
Planetary position. Can you see the planetary positions written here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So in this, you see sun, moon, the different planets are given. Okay. And this is the degrees of the planets. Okay. Degrees, minutes, and seconds. Okay. So any planet, you know, like say Rahu. Okay. Rahu is at 00 degrees, 49 minutes and 26 seconds. Okay. And in which Rashi is Rahu? Rashi Lord of, it is in Taurus. Okay. But it is at 0049. So this is in infancy. It is less than 5 degrees.
Yeah, it just entered Taurus, correct?
Yeah, so it is considered to be a planet which is up to 5 degrees is considered to be in infancy. It is an infant.
Oh, okay, sir. Yep.
So it is, you know, it is said to be weak.
Okay.
And then again, yeah, a planet in old age. A planet in old age, we'll come back to that screen. That is between 25 to 30 degrees.
Okay.
25 to 30 degrees. Like, see, you see this Jupiter, Venus, and Saturn in this table. Can you see Jupiter, Venus? What are the degrees?
26 degrees, 38 minutes, and 13 seconds.
Forget the minutes. Okay, just see the degrees. 26 degrees, 28 degrees. Venus is 28 degrees, Saturn is 27 degrees.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So, they are in old age.
Okay, sir.
Because they are more than 25 degrees.
Okay.
So they are also weak.
Yes, sir. Yep, clear.
So what we are trying to study now is, you know, a planet is, so a planet is in infancy, can be in infancy, it can be in old age. If it is between 25 degrees, it is between, you know, 5 degrees and 25 degrees, 5.1 degrees and less than, more than, and less, you know, not more than 25 degrees, then the planet is supposed to be well placed and strong. Okay. So now we'll go back to, we'll go back to our original.
Yep. Yep, I see right now. Clear.
You get it?
Yeah, clear. With the example here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When it opens, you let me know.
Yeah, it's come up.
Okay, so now the second number is old age.
Yes, sir.
Any planet with a longitude of 25 degrees and above is said to be in old age and is also not capable of giving its full promised results. That means it is weak. Okay?
Right.
These are different planetary states that we are. All planets in their own sign. Okay? This is the next. All planets in their own sign. That means the signs that they own. Like say Venus is either in Taurus or in Libra. All planets in the own sign, comma, Mool Trikona sign, exalted signs, and friendly signs are considered strong to give their results. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, now another important concept here is combust planets.
Okay.
Combust planet. Now, first I'll just read it out. Okay, whenever a planet comes near to the sun, it loses its luster. You know what luster means?
The ray of the sun.
Brightness. It's brightness.
The brightness.
Okay, it loses its luster to a certain extent under the impact of the moon, and also therefore its strength. Any planet which comes near to the moon, it is supposed to lose its luster, okay? Because the moon overpowers it, okay? The sun, the sun overpowers it. If such a combust planet is also weak on account of other factors, it becomes very weak, okay? And at times its significations do not even take birth. What do we mean by significations? Whatever a planet promises is significations, okay? Planets are said to be combust when they are placed within a certain distance on either side of the sun as under. Okay. Now, in a horoscope, when the planets see The combustion degrees are given here. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Sun is going to be at a particular degree. And then on either side, if moon is 12 degrees, within 12 degrees to the left or the right of the sun, then it is combust. Mars up to 17 degrees is combust. Mercury up to 14 degrees is combust. Venus up to 10 degrees is combust.
Yes, sir.
Jupiter up to 11 degrees is combust. Saturn up to 15 degrees is combust. Okay. Rahu and Ketu are not treated, never treated as combust. Okay. Please note that combustion may not always be bad. See, written here in red.
Sir.
May not always be bad. We shall discuss this as we go along. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yep.
Okay. Now, this concept of friends, enemies, I'll just read it out since it is a part of astrology, but not very important. In the systems approach that we are studying, friends and enemies, the concept of friends and enemies is not given any importance.
Yes,
but
sir.
it is a part of astrology, so I've just mentioned it.
Yeah.
Friends, Sun, Moon, and Mars are friends, and Jupiter is their perceptor. It is a group of planets. Okay, Sun, Moon, Mars, and Jupiter is their perceptor. Perceptor means Guru.
Yeah, Guru.
Okay. Saturn, Mercury, Rahu, Ketu are friends, and Venus is their perceptor. Planets in the company of or house of friends feel happy and thus gain strength. This is a concept, okay? Enemies, planets in one group mentioned above are generally inimical to planets of the other group. We mentioned two groups here, okay? Above.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, Saturn is an enemy of Sun and so on. But this is a not very important concept. We don't give much importance to this concept. Okay, so you need not rack your brains over this. Okay.
Good, sir.
Okay, now. Another thing, aspects.
Yeah.
Aspects we've already discussed.
Yeah.
You know what aspect? So they have an impact, you know. They a planet aspecting another planet will have its impact on the other planet. Depending on, you know, whether that planet is weak, whether the planet is strong, etc., etc. Okay? So aspect we have already discussed.
Yeah.
We are studying the state of planets. Okay, how planets are placed in a given any horoscope. Okay.
Yeah.
Conjunctions. What do you mean by a conjunction? When planets are situated within a distance of 5 degrees of each other on either side, they are said to be in conjunction and have an impact on each other. Okay. Okay. Whether the impact is bad or good depends on the nature of the planets, which we shall study as we progress. Okay. A conjunction, if they are near to each other within 5 degrees, they are said to be in conjunction. Okay. The nearer they are to each other, the stronger the conjunction. The stronger the impact on each other that they will have. Okay. Okay. Now look, this is a very important concept. Afflicted planets and houses. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Afflicted planets and houses. Affliction essentially means the connotation is if a planet or a house is afflicted, the connotation is that house or planet becomes weak. Okay. It's not, it can't improve. Afflicted planet becomes weakens. Okay. Okay. Whenever a planet is conjunct with another functional malefic planet. Now here you have to understand, okay? Whenever a planet is conjunct with another functional malefic planet, it is said to be afflicted by the functional malefic or evil planet. So, what does this mean? Who can afflict? Only a functional malefic planet can afflict. Affliction means a malefic impact. Let's put it that, or an evil impact. Okay.
Affliction means evil impact.
Evil impact. Okay.
Or
Similarly,
malefic impact.
Malefic. And only a functional malefic planet will afflict. A functional benefic planet will not afflict. Okay, a functional benefic planet, if in conjunction, it will have a good impact on the other planet or house. But a functional malefic planet will always afflict. Okay. Similarly, you just listen. Okay, you see, I'm going to send this. This is already I have sent to you. You can take it down later on. Or if you want me to stop, then you tell me to stop if you have to note down something. Similarly, whenever a malefic oblique evil planet aspects another planet or house, the aspected planet or house is said to be afflicted.
Okay.
Here, first we spoke about conjunction. How a conjunction afflicts. A malefic planet in conjunction with another planet or with a house afflicts that planet or house. Now this we are talking about aspect. Similarly, whenever a malefic evil planet, that is a functional malefic or evil planet aspects another planet or house, the aspected planet or house is said to be afflicted. Okay?
Okay, can we pause it a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Okay, let me complete this paragraph. 1 second.
Okay.
Afflictions render the afflicted planet or house weak.
Okay. Right.
And reduce the strength of the planet or house that is afflicted. Okay.
Okay.
Whenever a planet is afflicted, its mool trikona sign automatically becomes weak. This is a very important concept.
Okay.
Suppose Saturn. 1 minute. You just listen to me.
Yeah.
Suppose Saturn in any horoscope is afflicted by another functional malefic. Okay. Then the whole trikona Rashi of Saturn, which is Aquarius,
Correct.
wherever in that horoscope, if it is in the 10th house, then what does 10th house signify amongst so many other things? It signifies profession. So automatically, the mool trikona sign of Saturn, which happens to be the 10th house, in the example that I'm talking about, it becomes weak. So that means the lord of a mool trikona Rashi, wherever it may be in the horoscope, if it is afflicted by a functional malefic planet, then that mool trikona Rashi house also becomes afflicted. A very important concept. Very important. Yeah, now you ask me.
Yeah. When we look at afflicted house or conjunctions or aspect, when we say whenever a planet is conjunct with another functional malefic planet. So what we mean by whenever a planet here means benefic planet, right? Or
sorry, again.
Yeah. Okay, when you said when a planet is conjunct with another functional malefic planet.
Yeah.
A planet in the prior, whenever a planet here means benefic or general planet or any other planets.
No, I don't understand what you're asking.
Okay.
I think
let me say again. Okay, the sentence, whenever a planet is conjunct with another functional malefic planet.
Yes, then that planet, the planet that you're talking about, it becomes afflicted. If it is conjunct with a functional malefic planet, it becomes afflicted. That means, its strength reduces or it takes on the evil shades of that functional malefic planet. But it loses its, its propensity to do good.
Yeah.
Okay. But afflicted means losing strength.
Yeah.
Basically, and if it is already a functional malefic planet, and if it is afflicted by another functional malefic planet, it becomes very evil. Yeah. Both of them will become very evil. And if it is a functional benefic planet, which is afflicted by a functional malefic planet, that is what you want to ask, I think.
Not really, sir, but close.
Okay, okay now? Okay.
Whenever a planet, whenever a planet is conjunct, whenever a planet here means benefic, right? Or general planet.
No, it has to be a functional benefic or a functional malefic.
Okay, so a planet here means can be any benefic or malefic.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay, so whenever a planet here means it can be either functional benefic or functional malefic.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay, all right. Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah, we have further definitions. Okay.
Yeah, because
just starting. Okay. We have an entire chapter on that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that we are coming to that. Okay. So you get this, no, afflicted planets and houses. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the states of planets.
Okay.
How a planet could be placed in a horoscope. Okay.
Yes, sir.
In various states. Okay. Now, afflicted planets and houses we have already studied. Now this brings us to, what constitutes a weak planet and what constitutes a strong planet. We have studied the different, states a planet could be in. Planetary states, as they are called, okay? Either in old age, in infancy, okay? Whether it is afflicted, it is combust, it is exalted, or it is debilitated. So these are the different states a planet could be in a horoscope, okay?
Okay, all right.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we've already counted. So now, this is what would make a planet strong or weak. Forget whether it is a functional malefic or a functional benefic. A functional benefic planet can be very weak, can be very strong, and even a functional malefic planet can be strong or weak. They are two different and separate things. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The first confusion, to a new astrology student which comes in his mind is a functional malefic planet has to be weak. No, it is not the case. It is not so. Even a functional malefic planet, if it is strong, by definition, we'll see what the definition of a strong planet is and what the definition of a weak planet is. So now we come to weak planets. Can you see?
Okay. Yeah.
A planet becomes weak on account of several reasons and then is not fully capable of protecting or realizing its general as well as particular significations in a horoscope. A planet is said to be weak when, number one, it is combust due to its proximity to the sun.
Okay.
Number two, it occupies malefic houses, that is 6, 8, and 12. It occupies malefic houses from the ascendant, that is 6, 8, or 12. Except when it is in its own Mool Trikon Rashi. Remember this.
Yeah.
Suppose Venus in a Taurus horoscope is in the 6th house. That is Libra. In a Taurus ascendant, Libra is the 6th house. And if Venus happens to be in the 6th house, then Venus, then that Venus does not become weak on account of being in the 6th house, because 6th house is its own Mool Trikona Rashi. MTR means Mool Trikona Rashi. Okay, wherever you find MTR, it will mean Mool Trikona Rashi, like here. Okay, can you see?
Mool Trikona. Okay.
Point number 2, MTR. The planet becomes weak when it occupies malefic houses from the ascendant, that is the 6th, 8th, or the 12th house, except when in its own Mool Trikona Rashi. Okay. Number 3, when it is in its sign of debilitation.
Okay.
It becomes weak. Number 4, it is in the state of infancy or advanced age, that is old age. Okay. Number 5, when it occupies its debilitation sign in Navamsha. Forget this. We will study Navamsha. Okay. when it is closely conjunct or aspected by a functional malefic planet. So it becomes, these are the different, reasons on account of which a planet can become weak. When the most effective point of its house of placement is afflicted by a functional malefic planet's aspect or conjunction. This we will understand later, okay?
Okay.
This concept, what is the MEP, most effective point, we will study, okay? Then we will come back to this. Number 8, the most effective point of its mool trikona sign is afflicted by a functional malefic planet. We'll come back. When it is conjunct or aspected closely by Rahu and Ketu. When Rahu and Ketu are found to be malefic in the horoscope. Okay. Number 10, moon, when it is within a distance of 72 degrees from the sun. However, this is not a big weakness. You can ignore this. Number 11, if its dispositor is weak, no planet can be stronger than its dispositor. We will study what the dispositor means. Okay, we will study what dispositor means. What are strong planets? Now we come to the definition of strong planets. A strong planet gives positive results of its general and particular significations in a horoscope. A planet is strong when its longitude is between 10 and 20 degrees. It is the strongest when it is between 10 and 20 degrees. When it occupies its own or good Navamsa, we will understand what Navamsa means, and is well placed in divisional charts. We will understand study what divisional charts are. Number 3, it is under close influence of strong functional benefic planets. A planet, any planet, if it is under the close conjunction of another functional beneficent planet or is aspected by another functional benefic planet, it gains strength. It becomes strong, either by conjunction or aspect. Number 4, when it occupies its exaltation or mool trikona or own sign, it becomes strong. When it is close to the MEP of its house of placement, we will study. We will study what MEP means. Okay, now we come to, you must be wondering what most effective point is. Okay. Now we will study in the systems approach. You will not find this as a part of traditional Indian Vedic astrology. What most effective point of a house means. This is a very important concept in the systems approach that we are studying. You must understand this very properly. The rising degree of the ascendant in any horoscope. When you are born, you will be born anyone. The ascendant has a degree, if you remember.
Correct.
Degree. So the rising, that is called the rising degree. Okay, when a child is born. The degree of the ascendant is the rising degree. The rising degree of the ascendant of any horoscope is treated as the most effective point for all the houses in the horoscope. Okay. For example, suppose the ascendant in a horoscope is Libra. And the rising degree is 17.6 degrees. Okay. This means that the MEP, most effective point of all the remaining 11 houses will be 17.6 degrees. For all the 11, all the 12 houses, the most effective point becomes the most effective point. This is a pivotal point in systems approach that we are studying. This has a great bearing on, the predictive part that we will be studying, the predictions that we will be studying, the most effective point. Okay, so any planet which is near the most effective point, any planet which is near the most effective point or aspects the most effective point, MEP, within a distance of 5 degrees on either side of the most effective point would be impacting the house. What exactly is meant now? Suppose, as I said, that, a horoscope is there with Libra ascendant at the rising point of the ascendant, 17.6 degrees. Now, suppose in the Libra ascendant, any planet any planet, X, Y, say Jupiter, is placed in Libra in the ascendant at 19 degrees. That is, it is within 5 degrees of the MEP. So it will have a very strong influence on the ascendant. Okay? On either side. Even if it is at 15 degrees, it will have a very small, strong impact on the ascendant.
Or 19 degree.
Yeah.
Okay. On plus or minus side.
On
plus and minus side of 17.
Yes, on plus and minus, both.
Okay, all right.
The nearer it is to the MEP, the more the impact, the more the influence.
On both plus and minus sides.
Both plus and minus. Like we talked about combustion of planets, you remember? That is on both sides of the sun, combustion of planets. So similarly on MEP, not only by conjunction, not only by placement, even aspect. Jupiter, if it is, suppose Jupiter in the example that we are talking about, suppose Libra is rising at 17.6 and Jupiter is placed in Libra at 15 degrees. So from the ascendant, it has a seventh aspect. It will be looking at the seventh house, at the MEP of the seventh house, because MEP of all the houses is 17.6 degrees. So Jupiter will have a very strong impact on the seventh house also, on the fifth house also, and on the ninth house also. Because Jupiter has three aspects. Clear? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Suppose it is more than 5 degrees away from the, suppose it is at 23 degrees. It is more than 5 degrees away from the MEP. It will not have a very, very strong impact. It will have an impact on that house, but the impact will not be felt very strongly. You get my point?
So the impact would be from 12.6 up to 22.6.
Exactly.
Okay, I see.
Exactly. Okay, so any planet which is near the MEP or aspects the MEP within a distance of 5 degrees on either side of the MEP would be impacting the house. If the conjunct or the aspecting planet is a benefic, the impact is good. And if it is a malefic, the impact is bad or negative. If it is a malefic, then it is afflicting. Okay. If it is a malefic, then it is afflicting. If it is a benefic, it is having a benefic impact of either conjunction or aspect.
Okay, right.
Affliction is bad, okay, either by conjunction or aspect. Affliction, the very meaning of affliction is negative, okay. The connotation is negative. That means it has affliction, means the house that is afflicted or the planet that is afflicted is rendered weak or evil.
Okay.
It loses its strength. So this is how we define strong and weak planets. Okay. So I've already sent you the write-up for this. Okay. You take the printout and try and understand.
Just a question. So when we look back at this one, planetary state, infancy, old age, we talk about any planets, right? Or when you look at combust planet, when we talk about whenever a planet comes near to the sun, a planet here means benefit or malefic or anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I just want to be sure whether it's me.
See, the combustion part I have written, but see this red part I have written. Please note that combustion may not always be bad. This is a caveat, okay?
Yeah.
We shall discuss this as we go along.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay, now I'm changing the screen, okay?
Yep. Wow. Today is pretty heavy material.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, assessing. Yeah.
Can you see?
Yes, sir. Predictive technique, assessing the strength of planet in a horoscope, page 1.
Predictive techniques. Now we've come straight to the predictive techniques. Okay. So now we are starting how to predict.
Yes, sir.
So first we have to identify assessing strength of planets in a horoscope. Okay, this is an example horoscope that is given over here. Okay.
Okay.
1 minute. So I'll just change my cursor for you.
I'll get you arrow.
Okay, can you see?
Two arrow, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's an arrow.
One minute.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so okay, now predictive techniques. We've come to the predictive techniques. Okay.
Yep.
So assessing strength of planets in a horoscope.
Yes, sir.
I've given a horoscope here on the left side.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, now what is the step 1? Step 1 is identify the functional malefic planets in the horoscope. You know how to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I note it down on a piece of paper. So this is a Taurus ascendant horoscope. So the functional malefic planets are Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Rahu.
Yep.
Ketu are so the FMPs. But here we have to see this is a Taurus ascendant. So the FMPs are Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Rahu. Okay, Jupiter, Venus, and Mars. Rahu and Ketu are quite well placed, so cannot outrightly be classified as functional malefics. Now we will just don't worry. We'll discuss that. Okay, they are quite well placed in the sense. See, Ketu is placed in the 3rd house. Here on the left side. 3rd house is a good house.
Yep.
It is at 14.36 degrees. Rahu is quite well placed. It is well placed in the 9th house. It is at 14.36 degrees. Okay. They are not aspected or conjunct with any of the functional malefics. So they are quite well placed in the horoscope. So cannot be outrightly classified as functional malefics. Okay. Step 2. Identify the functional benefic planets. So all other planets are functional benefics, we know. For Taurus, Venus, Jupiter, Mars are functional malefics. And then all other planets are functional benefics. Step 3. Assess the strength and weaknesses of planets on the basis of guidelines already taught in the previous lesson. On the previous, we've just studied this. Okay. Okay. Please remember now in red. This is very important. Something that I've already spoken to you. Please remember that a functional malefic planet. That means, for example, in this particular horoscope, please remember that a functional malefic planet can also give good results of its general and particular significations if in strength. It need not give only bad results, as the term malefic suggests. Okay. That will depend on how it is placed, whether it is strong or weak. I told you now, a functional malefic planet can also be strong. Okay. Okay. Now, judgment of strength of individual planets in this particular horoscope. Now, we are going to judge the strength of the individual planets in this particular horoscope. Okay. Number 1, we'll take up one by one. Okay, Judge. Now we are starting with Venus. Now, what is Venus? Whether it is a functional malefic or a functional benefic, that we've already identified. What is Venus? What is Venus?
Functional malefic.
Malefic. But Venus, number 1, it is exalted. sitting in the 11th house, which is the most benefic house. If you remember now, you have to go back and, you should have all those lessons here in your mind.
Yeah.
Or at least the notes in front of you.
Yeah.
It is exalted, sitting in the 11th house, which happens to be one of the most auspicious houses.
I'm 11.
It is not closely aspected or conjunct with any other functional malefic planet.
Okay.
It is not aspected nor conjunct with any of the other functional malefic planets. So it is not afflicted by any other planet. Okay?
Yep.
FMP. Neither is it conjunct nor aspecting any planet or house closely. Now see, for a functional malefic planet to be strong and to be able to give good results, there are essentially two conditions. Number one, that functional malefic planet, if it is strong, if it is to be strong, then it is to be well placed. So here Venus is well placed in the 11th house. Okay. It is in its house of Rashi of exaltation, that is Pisces. That is Pisces. It is not afflicted by any other functional malefic planet, either by conjunction or by aspect. Which are the other functional malefic planets? They are Jupiter and Mars. Okay, take Rahu and Ketu also. So now is Venus in this horoscope aspected or conjunct either with Jupiter and Mars? See, Venus is sitting here. Jupiter and Mars are sitting here. They are not aspecting. They are neither conjunct with Venus, nor are they aspecting Venus. Ketu is neither conjunct with Venus, nor aspecting Venus. Rahu is also neither conjunct with Venus, nor aspect. So Venus, although it is a functional malefic planet, it is strong. And Venus itself being a functional malefic planet is also not afflicting any of the houses or planets. Why is it not afflicting any of the houses? See, it is aspecting the 7th house from where it is sitting now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
But is it afflicting the 7th house? What is the rising degree of the ascendant? What is the most effective point?
17.
No.
5.54.
Yeah, and Venus is sitting at?
Venus is sitting at 22, which is
so it cannot be it is not affecting the MAP of any of the houses.
Correct. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So it is a functional malefic and it is not afflicting any planet, neither any house.
Okay.
So Venus is as a planet, although it is a functional malefic planet, still it is very strongly placed in the horoscope.
Okay. Yep.
So it will give good results mainly. A functional malefic planet, if strong, will give good results. Of the house that it is placed in and its general significance. We'll come to that. What do we mean by particular significations and general signification? We'll see. But we are studying the strength of the houses. So Venus, it is exalted, sitting in the 11th house, which happens to be one of the most auspicious houses in any horoscope.
Yes, sir.
It is not closely aspected or conjunct with any other functional malefic planet.
Right.
Neither is it conjunct nor aspecting any planet or house closely. So Venus is strong. Okay? So overall strength is strong.
Yep.
Therefore, during its dasha periods, whenever the dasha or the antardasha of Venus comes, it will give protective and positive results of its general and particular signification.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Heavy. Very heavy.
Correct. Heavy material today.
Okay, see the last line. Note that Venus is an FMP. What is an FMP means?
functional malefic planet.
Yeah. Note that
Okay.
Venus is an FMP, yet we are saying it will be protective because it is strong.
Observation and good house, 11th house, and no conjunction, no aspect on anything.
Yeah. Now suppose, look at it the other way. Suppose, suppose Venus, the degree of, suppose the degree of Venus here suppose the degree of Venus here was, say, 6 degrees, okay? Then could we have called Venus a strong planet?
No.
Why?
It's within what? Plus or minus?
Then it would have, because it would have been afflicting the 11th house, the MEP of the 11th house where it is sitting, and the MEP of the 5th house, which it is aspecting. So Venus as a functional malefic planet would have been aspecting, would have been, you know, spoiling, afflicting the 11th house by conjunction and the 5th house by aspect. So it cannot, then it could not be, it could not have done, you know, it could not have been called a strong planet because it becomes an afflicting planet. A strong functional malefic planet has to be free of, you know, either afflictions or it has to be not afflicting any other house or planet. Then only a functional malefic planet can be called a strong planet. Okay. Okay. Now we'll quickly go to the next page.
Okay. Right.
We'll.
Can we?
Same chart. This is page number 2. Okay. So page, what do we say? So FMPs function even when strong will, however, adversely impact other houses except its own Mool Trikona Rashi and planets in transit. We'll come to what transit means. Okay. In transit or by aspect when it comes in contact with MEPs of other houses or planets. That's we'll do it. We're just identifying which are the strong planets and weak planets. Okay. Sun. Sun is the most benefic planet. Why is it the most benefic planet?
Sun. Okay. Sun is why is the most benefic planet. This is in Taurus. Sun is in the 4th house.
It is not in the 4th house.
No, what is it called? This is the Taurus.
It is Lord of the 4th house.
The Lord, yeah, it's a Lord of 4th house.
Its Mool Trikona Rashi is in the 4th house. So 4th house is the most, 4th and 11th houses are the most benefic houses in any horoscope. 4th and 11th houses with a Mool Trikona Rashi. So Sun is, we are studying Sun is the most benefic planet as it is Lord of the 4th house where its Mool Trikona Rashi lies. Okay. It is placed in the 12th house, which weakens it because placement in the 12th house is not a good placement.
Correct.
So it is the most benefic planet, but placed in the 12th house. It is exalted. So number 1, it is the most benefic planet, but placed in the 12th house, so becomes slightly weak. Then again, it is exalted. So it gains some strength. Why is it exalted? Because it's in Aries, which is its sign of exaltation. It is away from the MEP of the 12th house. It is away from the MEP of most effective point of the 12th house. Its Mool Trikona Rashi is, however, aspected by Mars. which somewhat weakens it.
Yep.
Now see, Peter, now all the chapters, that we do one by one, they are all interconnected. They are all interconnected. So every line that I have written here, every line has a meaning. What does this mean? When we were studying strong and weak houses, we said that, any planet will become strong or weak if its mool trikona rashi is, if it is afflicted, then the planet becomes weak. So what exactly do we, its mool trikona rashi is, however, aspected by Mars, which is a functional malefic planet. So Sun somewhat becomes weak. Okay. So the overall conclusion is that Sun it can be treated on the weaker side. It is in the 12th house. It is in the sign of its exaltation, which somewhat improves it. It is the most benefic planet, but its mool trikona rashi, this is the mool trikona rashi of the Sun. See the cursor on the left side. But it is aspected by Mars. It is a wide aspect. Mars is at 10.23 degrees. Mars has a fourth aspect, if you remember. So it 1, 2, 3, and 4. It is aspecting the MEP of the fourth house, but with a very wide aspect. So it is not a very bad affliction. It is a weak affliction. Okay. So, okay then. We'll come to Mercury. Mercury, it is an functional benefic planet, but in infancy. Why in infancy?
It's within to...
What is the degree of Mercury?
Mercury is 3.5, sir.
Huh?
It's 4.5.
So it is in infancy, okay?
Yeah, is it in
it is a first, but in infancy, sitting in the 12th house, hence weak. It is in infancy and sitting in the 12th house, hence it is weak. It is further weakened as its mool trikona rashi Virgo in the 5th house is under the exact malefic aspect of the most malefic planet Jupiter. So overall, Mercury is very weak to protect its significations. Okay? Now Jupiter, it is the most malefic planet as it is Lord of the 8th house. Okay? With a mool trikona rashi in the 8th house. It is the most malefic planet sitting exactly on the MEP of the Lagna. Hence weakening the Lagna and aspects the 5th house, the 7th house and the 9th houses with an exact aspect. Almost an exact aspect. Hence weakening them all. By virtue of being situated in the Lagna, which is a good placement, an auspicious place, which is an auspicious placement, Jupiter gains some strength to protect its significations. It has a conjunction with Mars. It's a wide conjunction, but still a conjunction nonetheless. Although wide, hence impacting Mars mildly. Okay? We'll come to Mars now. It is a functional malefic planet sitting in the Lagna. Spoils Lagna somewhat, as it has a wide conjunction with it. It also somewhat impacts Jupiter. We are talking about Mars. It aspects the 4th, 7th, and 8th houses by a wide aspect. Okay, spoils Lagna somewhat because the conjunction aspect is wide, as it has a wide conjunction with it. It also somewhat impacts Jupiter. It aspects 4th, 7th, and 8th houses. By sitting in the Lagna and auspicious position, it retains some power to protect its significations. Okay? Now we come to Saturn, a functional benefic planet, but very weak. As it is in old age, it is in 29 degrees. If you see the 5th house, Saturn is in 29.44 degrees. And it is in old age and sitting in a house adversely impacted by Jupiter. Okay? So loses most of its power to protect its results. Its dispositor is Mercury. We'll understand what dispositor is. Mercury is also very weak, so it further loses power. Moon, a functional benefic planet, but in old age, thus losing its potential to protect its significations. Rahu, well placed, so can give material benefits. Rahu, if it is well placed, if it is strong, Rahu can give material benefits in a horoscope. Ketu, well placed, and can give some good results which are associated with the spiritual side of things. Ketu, if it is strong, Ketu in general, Ketu is it is supposed to be the planet of miseries. But if it is strong, then it can give you, it can give you a spiritual upliftment. Like you can get into astrology, you can be very religious, you can have, you can have spiritual powers like clairvoyance. So many people, monks and, religious leaders, the preachers, they all have strong Ketus. Okay. They would all have strong Ketus. So Ketu well placed and can give some good results which are associated with the spiritual side. However, its dispositor Moon is quite weak. We'll study what dispositor is. Conclusion, except Venus, other planets are weak or just of mediocre strength. So a life with average growth prospects is promised. So this is how, we study the strength of planet. I know it would have been very heavy first day, but, you study all, you combine whatever you have learned so far. And try and understand each and every line that I have written and that I have talked about. What I have spoken, what I have written, each and every line, each and every word has a meaning. And after each and every line, you may have to, pause and understand what is meant by what I have written.
Okay.
And you can ask me, Peter. I mean, you can ask me over WhatsApp, even during the gap. Today is Tuesday. Our next class is on Friday. So in between, if you study, if you are unable to understand, you can either call me, or we can even enter into a 10-15 minute meeting over Zoom if you have some confusion. We can do that. There's no problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I know this is the
really heavy today.
Memorizing part is over, and the heavy part, understanding part is now starting. Okay, so Peter, that's all that I have for today. Okay.
Okay.
That's all that I have for today, and
so see you on Friday.
Yeah. So see you on Friday, and I'm stopping the recording. Okay.
Okay, sir.